I just made a fresh sheet of notes and taped it somewhere new where I don't have to lose it anymore. Um, so I thought at the beginning we would do something that we did a few weeks and it was really good, especially during this week of February where we revisit our goals and we use that GROW acronym where we look at our goals, we look at what reality is for us this week, we ask ourselves what obstacles and what options we have because sometimes our goals are big and the reality is we don't have much time or we're in a high stress time or we've just really not been feeling it lately. Whatever the reality is, or the reality is you have more motivation than you've ever had in your business. Woohoo! Great. You should probably double time it this week. Right? Whatever the reality is for you, match that up with your goals. And then look at the obstacles in your week. Look at the options that you have. Who can you ask for help? Who can you delegate to these? And sometimes those answers are nobody. But sometimes when you go looking for that, you'll find what you're looking for most of the time. And especially for us, we don't ask for help, or we do and we don't get it. So we have to delegate in certain ways. And then not to forget, especially for us, hitting that again is letting perfection go. So whenever it comes to the goals that we have to remember that building a business is hard. Okay, like whatever your goal, like this is hard. Getting to the next level of where you want your business, no matter where you are, it's hard and it's not for the weak. And that's why you look around you and more people aren't there. That's actually the only reason why more people aren't there because the work is simple, but you have to keep going and you have to aggressively keep going at it. But you have to remember it's not forever. Like it's not forever. It's just for the little time. So look at the obstacles that will come this week, and then look at the options that you have to go around those obstacles, and then ask yourself honestly, what are you willing to do? Because at the end of the day, it's really what are you willing to do? What kind of options are you willing to put into place to get to those goals that you said that you wanted at the beginning of the month? So I'm just going to set a quick timer for like 3 minutes while we go back and we look at what we said that we wanted and we look at what that really looks like for us this week. You guys need more time on that? Okay. Let's take a couple of minutes to look at last week, which maybe you already did this. If you already did this and you don't need the actual physical time to do this, then we'll move on. Reviewing and replacing. Are there things that you wrote down on your list last week that are in fact important to building your business that you did not do that you need to replace into your schedule this week? Or at least carry them over? What I do is I make a list. So like I'll look at last week and I pick the things up that are actually important, and then I have a little list and they go on my list. Do you need the time to do that? Yes. No. Okay. All right. I've already done it too. So we'll roll forward. And before we get into the things that cannot be moved, let's retouch on the 3 priorities. And so for the both of you, I know that you planned out your year and you said that what was important to you at the beginning of the year, the 3 things. And so as we roll into these next things, one of the things that can be super detrimental and almost backwards of planning is if you take this time to plan and claim priorities and say that things are important to you, but you don't take the time every month and every week to go match them up. So I just want you to make sure that you have those 3 things. I have them written at the top of each month. It's very redundant and it works. And I have that written so that I can't get to April, because this has happened to me before. I can't get to April and be like, oh, I know that my goal was to have 50 people on the team hitting 1,500, but I already forgot about it. And then I'm off chasing another squirrel. And squirrels are exciting and they're important, to infuse excitement and things into your business. But at the end of the day, if you said that you wanted something at the beginning of the year and it was good, you got to stay. You have to stay the course, that way. Okay, so let's look at our calendar this weekend. Let's pop down the things that cannot be moved. I will pop 2 to 3 minutes on the timer for that one. And if you're done, just type done in the chat, okay? Meet up Monday for tomorrow night. In case you guys needed a reminder, it's Power Hour. So that's what we're doing for that. And I assume, if you did not get the email and you want the email about the 3 and 30 that the corporate office is doing, then I have the email and the Zoom link for that, and I highly recommend it. I honestly couldn't recommend it more. It's so amazing. And that is Monday nights at 7:30.
You have to RSVP each week for that?
I think so. Now that's redundant, and I don't see the point of it. But I think so. If you need the email, just tell me and I'll forward it to you.
I needed it. I did not get it. I assumed it was week to week, but apparently not.
I just got it today. So
then let me hang on.
Okay. Jody, do you need it?
Yeah, I was checking. I didn't even, I missed it. I don't know.
It's new and it's very good, and I don't think enough people are talking about it. It's at 7:30 on Mondays, and it's incredible.
Okay. Is there like a replay? If you can't, there is, but you have to RSVP. Okay,
I believe so. Yeah. I've been getting the emails, and I don't know why or how, but I'm getting them, and so I keep getting them because I've RSVP'd RSVP.
Yeah. You guys still working on that? Things that can't be moved? Keep going if you are. Clearly that's, oh, you're good? Okay. Okay. Next, super important, the things that fill our cup. So we can't do those things clearly over things that can't be moved. But then again, I'll tell you, sometimes I do some things that are good for me, like when the kids have appointments. Like I use my meditation app and stuff like that a bunch, and so I squeeze that in different places like that. But let's pop in the times that we are going to have like quiet time for ourselves, and maybe you're going to get your nails done. Maybe you're going to sit in silence. Maybe you're going to close yourself in the bathroom. Whenever that's going to be. Just pop it in. guys let me know when you're done, okay? You good? Okay. All right, let's see here. Oh, I should be going. I'm sorry. All right, next. We will roll into our business building details and activities. So we know when we can't work. We know what we're focused on. We have revisited our goals and what's important to us. And by revisiting your goals, like we all know how far we have to go. And here's the thing: it's the 7th of February, so right now everybody's thinking, all of us, me on certain days, you on certain days, we are all thinking, oh, I got plenty of time. No, you don't. Like we all know. I mean, try to think of time in abundance. Like, please don't be scarce about time. Like, we all do have plenty of time. But what ends up happening is on the 7th, it's like, oh, I have the whole month. This is great. And then all of a sudden, it's the 25th, and it's like, where to go? And that's the entire point of this, okay? So let's think about the mindset of our customer. We talked about this a little bit. We're not going to talk about this every week, mostly at the beginning. But I do think that it's important. Like, we do have Valentine's Day coming up. And so this week I want to talk about it in the terms of, I don't know what it's like where you live and if like people are like going out and doing stuff or whatever, but we have something to offer. I know everybody likes to say like, we always have something to offer for a gift or whatever, but Rodan Fields really makes a lovely Valentine's Day gift. Like, I think of, even if I weren't associated with the company, I would love to get one of our items for a Valentine's Day gift. And so please don't forget to do that. Give that as a service to especially your customers, asking them, is there something that you've wanted that you haven't gotten yourself, that I can maybe help you get for a Valentine's Day present or something like that. So I don't want you to miss out on the fact that that is 1 week from now. And hopefully, if you got orders placed on Monday or Tuesday, the turnaround would be here on Friday. My shipping has been good. I know there's been a lot of complaints. Mine's been really good. I hope yours has too. But I do know that some haven't. So anyway, just don't forget that it's a service that you can, that you can do, even if it was a gift certificate or something like that. Maybe their loved one could get them a gift certificate, and then they could come and get maybe something that they've been wanting to add / boost, or even like active hydration body. I know that that's something that a lot of people want, but they just don't add to their list, and face masks and stuff like that. Some of that stuff, it just kind of gets overlooked, but we know our customers would really, really love to have. It would be a treat. So let's not forget that. And then let's think about posting ideas. So one of the best things that I have done is really go through and schedule some of this out. And I know, Jody, are you still using ThinkShare? You still loving it? That's amazing.
Yeah, I really do love it. I haven't been diligent about using it, but it is great. Like, just the times that I use it, the day, like it's the day before, let's say, and then it just pops up and it dings, and I set an alarm for myself, and it takes me, 10 seconds, and it takes 0 brain power, which I struggle with. So it is beautiful.
Yeah, it's really cool. We talked about habits a ton, and this course that Natasha and I are doing, a level 5 group, they talked about habits last week. And I think one of the things people don't, when people roll their eyes at habits or something like that, they just don't get it yet. They don't understand that it's going to take away so much of the mental energy you've been using on other things when you just get some habits into place. When you just sit down and plan out your content. Yes, it takes a minute, but it took you 0 mental energy to push it. I bet you didn't overthink it, and you were pretty proud of it too. So look at that feeling that you give yourself too whenever you do things like that. So go ahead and let's write down, if you haven't already, let's go ahead and pop down which products we're going to be focusing on this week, and maybe if there's a theme. So like I on my PC page, I've started my Better Together theme, but I really haven't started it on my regular page last week. And so if there's a theme that you're going to be doing, if there is something that you're inviting people to, whatever your posting ideas are there, do you have certain days that you're doing before and afters on? And something that I really want to encourage you guys to do is to share stories. Because some of the things that I've been encountering lately with people that I'm talking to about the business, they must think that like I have 20 they must think I have 28 hours in a day or something, because they don't understand, and they don't understand because I'm not doing a very good job of showing them clearly who does this business, why they do it, and how they do it. And so that's been something on my mind. So what stories are you going to be sharing? Are you doing a live video this week? What's the content going to be on that? And it's, you know, you don't have to have it all written out. Just, I'm doing it on Thursday, and this is what I'm going to be doing. So let's take like 5 minutes and let's pop some content, video products. What are you inviting people to? And that's a really good question too. We'll actually talk about that in a second. So let's just focus on content, videos, products for the week. Hey, in terms of content ideas, I had saved these that I liked a lot, and I saw a few people. I just briefly logged on to Facebook today to do the scheduling stuff on the team page, and I saw a few people were doing like the "What would you really like for Valentine's Day" question, and I think that's really great. So I think clearly that one. And I saw this other idea that I really love, and it was, what was something that you value now that you take for granted? And there were some really great answers on that. And then another one that I saw that I saved was, how many photos do you have on your camera roll asking for a friend who may have a problem, which I should totally do that. And that one got a lot of really fun responses too. And I've just found that something that's been so beneficial to me, actually having conversations with people, is having a relationship with them. And so when they comment on my fun stuff, and I'm not, shoving Rhodanian Fields down their throat all the time, when I'm not shoving it only down their throat, right? So like, I'm super consistent about putting it out there. But when I'm having conversations with them about other things, then it's not like I'm just some creepy person sending them a message.
And so I really like posts like that. So I would recommend at least one or two of those this week, and those are some ideas.
I've been making it a point to try to ask more questions, and you get a lot of engagement by just asking a question.
Mhm.
So easy.
You really do. You know, we get so over focused on the specifics and the details of Rodan and Fields that sometimes we really forget that we are building relationships with real living, breathing humans, you know, on the other end. And the way that we build our paycheck is by finding out if those living, breathing humans might want to wash their face with what we have or earn extra money with what we do. We can't do that by zone focusing on the details and the specifics of Rodan Fields. We just can't. So, I'm going to go ahead and pull up National Today because that also falls under posting ideas, and we'll just look at this week. I know we looked at it, we looked at it a little bit at the beginning of February, but anyway, today is clearly Super Bowl Sunday, and so you should probably be asking people, who are they going for tonight, if they even realize there's a football game on? Because if they're like me, I am not even acknowledging that there's a football game on, or ask them what they're making to eat. Okay, so those are really good engagements. You just be missing out big time. I will honestly probably pop back on Facebook tonight and put something up. And then tomorrow is National Kite Flying Day and National Boy Scout Day, and I think that's fun. I probably won't be using either one of those because I am probably going to use on February the 9th. It is National Pizza Day, and I feel like that's a very, very, very important day. So, National Toothache Day and Safer Internet Day, which also might be a really great, honestly, that might be a great post for discussion on that.
Which day is that? The National
February.
Internet, or
It's Wednesday, February the 9th. No, I'm sorry. That's Tuesday, February the 9th. Safer Internet Day. Yeah. I might actually put something up about that. Like in my stories, I might put National Pizza Day, and I might have like a poll or something to find out like what everybody's favorite like pizza is. But on my timeline, I might do Safer Internet Day and see what are parents' best tips for safer internet, because like we have just dealt with that over and over and over in our home, and it's really important.
yeah.
And then Wednesday, February the 10th is National Umbrella Day. That's fun. Thursday is Don't Cry Over Spilled Milk Day. International Day of Women and Girls in Science. National Clean Out Your Computer Day. Stop it. National Guitar Day, National Inventors Day, and National Make a Friend Day. That's pretty cool. Lots of choices on Thursday. Friday is the 12th, and that is Abraham Lincoln's birthday. It is Chinese New Year. It is National Plum Pudding Day, National Freedom to Marry Day, and Darwin Day. So plenty of choices on that day. I'll honestly probably be skipping that day. Saturday is Valentine's Day. And you could do a poll like Valentine's Day or Valentine's Day. Which one do you like? World Radio Day and National Tortellini Day. And then next Sunday is, of course, National Valentine's Day. But it is also National Donor Day. And I think that is pretty cool because everybody probably knows about Valentine's Day, but I bet everybody doesn't know that it's also National Donor Day. I learned that last year. Somebody actually posted it last year, and that's how I learned it. And so I think that's pretty cool. Okay, so that's that. All right, last portion of it. 2 questions to consider during this scheduling time block, okay? Everything is much easier if you know what you're inviting people to this week. Otherwise, you got squirrels all over the place. Okay, I'm gonna do this, now I'm gonna do this today, and you're like waiting for inspiration throughout the week. Like, okay, how am I gonna get a new customer today? And you're like waiting for inspiration, which inspiration is great. If you happen to get it on a day, go for it, please. But you can't always count on that. And so how
people to talk to? Are you doing a solution tool challenge? Are you hosting an event? Are you inviting people to a coffee and conversation on Zoom? What are you doing? Okay. And this is the thing. I'm going to be hosting like a biz op at the end of every month. One of our meetup Mondays is going to be a biz op at the end of every month. You can't wait for me to do this. Like, I hosted events all by my lonesome at Ruby Tuesdays for my first year in business. I didn't even know anybody in a 100-mile radius that did this, and we didn't use Zoom. And I say that to say, like, you have to be hosting your own events. If you want to do like a standing coffee and conversation every Thursday, I have a sideline sister that's doing that right now, and it's really cool. And it doesn't cost her anything. If people come, so she offers people like a virtual coffee, and if they, agree that they're coming, of course, this is on trust. Then she sends them like she asks them Starbucks or Dunkin', and then she sends them, like a little $5 card, and they meet her on coffee and conversation, and she has a fun chat about what she does. It's casual. It's not a presentation. It's casual and fun. And she does it every Thursday. That's her standing thing that she does. Sometimes nobody comes. If nobody comes, no time is wasted. Whenever she just goes and talks to her family, walk away from the computer, right? But she's there all the time. And so I say that to say, you can do anything. Ask yourself, what are you inviting people to this week? What's your thing? Okay. And then who are you talking to? And we talked about this briefly last year, but I feel like we need to talk about it again, or just be given a reminder. If you don't plan your reach out today, if you don't write down who you're going to be talking to, then you are no doubt going to be reaching for the people that are easiest to talk to. And the people that are easiest to talk to are the people that make you feel nice and cozy in your comfort zone. They're not the people that are going to join you. I'm sorry. Like I've done that. I've done that more times than I can count. Oh, I did reach out today. Oh, I just whatever. No, I didn't. I mean, I did. I guess if we want to actually count it that. But they were people I was super comfortable with. I knew good and well they weren't going to join me, and it made me feel better because I did my job that day. And so when you plan the reach outs today, you are more likely to talk to people that are actually, maybe they've never heard of it. Maybe you've never talked to them before, but they might actually be interested in it. So I'm going to pop about 6 or 7 minutes on the timer, and we're going to come up with what it is that we are going to be inviting people to this week. And then we're going to look at our list and start popping down some names, okay? How are you guys coming on that? Good, making headway? Okay. I've got about 3 or 4 more minutes. I'm almost done with mine too, so we'll wrap it up in 3 or 4 minutes. Okay. Any questions? Anything we forgot? Okay, good. It was good to make my list again. So I actually felt like we weren't going to forget anything today. All right. All right, that's all the time I got. I want to remind you guys real quick before we hop off. There's a $50 bonus for every new consultant that signs up with 300 SV. That's honestly not that much. So when they sign up for 75 and then they go ahead and build their VIP kit, there's a $50 bonus for each one. That's really, really, really awesome. So I hope that everybody is going for that. And then, I know you guys know, but a reminder that the daily's back and there's only 2 a week. And I really did find some life in the 2 that were last week. And so I hope you guys did too. I like that they're short. I like that there's an action at the end. And so, we have what we create here, and this is like the bones of what we're going to do for our business this week. But the thing that I miss about the daily so much that I found last week was that little bit of inspiration. So I heard what somebody else was doing. I heard a little fire from somebody else, and then they gave a call to action at the end. And I was like, oh, that's good. And then going and doing, that action item that they had at the end. So don't forget that the daily's back, and it's only twice. It's on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And so, even if you don't listen to it on Tuesdays and Thursdays, it's living right there for you to go visit anytime that you want to. So there's that. All right. Okay. Questions?